Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Funcraft from the Funcraft live server. Dab, dab, dab. I wish we could do that in vanilla Minecraft. Today is episode 2, and I need to start off by saying thank you so much for the love and the support in the last video. We built this garage, we did a whole bunch of other things, and there was a really cool suggestion that actually a lot of people said that we should install like a hidden retracting floor here to go down to like a sub garage, I guess. Yep, sub garage. I mean, how cool doesn't that sound? And then down there we would have more vehicles and we would have more stuff, and I think that idea sounds absolutely fantastic, and I do really want to try and make that happen. But today we are actually going to head back to my starter base, and we're gonna head back to my starter base because I want to sort out the storage today. I really want to get all of this stuff under control, get all of my stuff in my starter base moved over to the house so that we can properly start like working on bigger crafts and stuff like that. And by the way, in the last Funcraft stream, I got submitted this picture. Isn't that gorgeous? It's an Iskall Mona Lisa for my hallway, and I'm looking to have more art on the wall here. And this is made by SS Flowers and colored by Hermits and Gaming. Thank you both so much for sharing this wonderful piece. That's Rendog, by the way. In the background, he looks so sad. Oh, it's just brilliant. But anyway, as I was saying, we're gonna head back to my starter base, and for those of you who's only watched Funcraft here on YouTube, you haven't actually seen my starter base. This is my starter base. I mean, there's a lot of hours gone into this. It has my storage system right over here. It has some machines over there. It's got some Thorncraft magical stuff over there. It's a hole in the floor. And then I have a lot of sketching work that I've done over here. Some Botania stuff with magical elves and stuff like that. And then if we come down this way through these doors, which by the way, how cool aren't those doors? I love them. Anyway, down here, if I shift on this block, this is an elevator block. I come down to, hello Nanogalactic, I come down to my science lab. And don't worry, these guys are not players, they are custom villagers. This is one of the part of Funcraft. You see, if you're part of the stream, you can get yourself a trader in my world. And at the moment, I have a lot of them running around here in the... Santora, what are you doing with your skin? I love those jeans. Anyway, I got a lot of them just chilling out in the science lab, and these guys are very useful because you can trade with them for enchanted books, and some of them have extremely powerful trades. For example, the elytra that I'm wearing, I've actually traded with one of these guys, so you can see you can trade terracotta. Yeah, this is fun time, by the way. It's a cross between me and Mumbo. This guy has a beacon. Hitchhiker has a beacon. Now the currency is not emeralds, the currency is actually Twitch bits, which I get from you guys while I'm streaming. So that's how we can get these trades. But anyway, that's not why we're here. We are here because I want to move all of this stuff over to my house base. Essentially, I want to move everything that I have here over. Now, in the last stream of Funcraft, I made my first steps into this mod here. This is Applied Energistics, and I'm sure a few of you are familiar with it. I've used it in the past. It's a really cool digital storage mod. Basically, you store your items on these storage drives here. Now, in Funcraft, these are actually quite hard to make. You need magic ore dust, which is a resource that you can only get from fighting subs. Yep, that's another thing in Funcraft. In Funcraft, I fight you guys, the subscribers, during my live streams. We'll get to that probably next episode. I'll explain that a little bit better. But anyway, long story short, it's quite expensive to make the storage discs for Applied Energistics, but we managed to do 4 1Ks and 2 4Ks, and my hopes are that I should be able to move most of my stuff that I have in these crates over onto those storage discs, and then move this little module over to my new house. And by doing so, I've got all my stuff over at the new base. Now, in addition to all of the stuff that's in my crates randomly spread around here, I also have these drawers. And for those of you who've been playing a bit of modded, you probably know about this mod. Storage drawers is a very common mod, and this is a way to store a single item in massive quantities. I mean, I got 27 1,000 cobblestone in this one block space here. And for those of you who are more into the vanilla ways of doing things, you can sort of relate to the drawers as being a mumbo storage silo. The only difference is that they are in one block. Now I just crafted up another elevator block, another screen, and another button module, because before I can move anything, we need space over in the new house. And I got a pretty cool idea. The only problem is that I need a fairly large area, because I need space for all of these drawers, and kind of want to add more drawers. I want to have a lot more drawers than this for all of my stuff. Let's head back to the modern house and let's start preparing an area for our storage. Now back in the house, I've taken the elevator down to the secret factory bunker of doom, and you can see from the last episode that I've started to sort of figure out how I want the layout to be. I want one center room here, and then I want tunnels leading down in all directions, and these are the tunnels where we'll put like all of our production room, all of our automation. Yeah, we're gonna automate a lot of things in Funcraft. I love automating things in modded. But for my storage room, what I think I want to do, let's send this back up. I think I want to go further down, because we are at Y level 50 here, so we have a lot of space downwards. Now, I don't think I showed you guys this in the last episode, but I do actually have a very powerful Tinker's Construct hammer. And these things mine in a 3x3. They're so addictive. They're really addictive. But what I'm thinking of doing is digging down quite a few blocks, maybe 15 blocks down, just to give us enough space. So that's 15 blocks right there. And then we're gonna have a new elevator installed. And actually I'm gonna go one more down for this. So we'll have our elevator block there. We'll say that this is the storage cave. No, storage bunker is better. Storage bunker is better. And then I'm hoping to be able to have a screen right here. Not enough power to move the elevator platform. Uh-oh. So it turns out when you have an elevator shaft, the lowest elevator block, so this storage bunker that we placed here, needs the power. So I moved my power cell down there. However, my screen controller, which is supposed to light up these screens, if I scan them, it only reaches the top or the bottom two screens. So it reaches this screen and it reaches the second one. So I have to move this guy up one level so that it can reach everything. And the only problem with that is that I need power for it. So I'm going to pull a cable, a power cable, all the way up here, and then we'll put this screen controller on the second floor on the storage bunker of doom. No, secret factory, the secret factory of doom. There's so much bunkers and stuff. I forget. Okay, so this is the second floor. So if I just link this up and put my screen controller right there, it should now find, yep, found all devices. Okay, cool. So now if I go back down, I should be able to travel all the way up to the laundry room. I love these elevators. They're so cool. Okay, and then I can go to SFB of Doom. Hopefully it stops. Yep, it stops here. Oh, this is just like a real life elevator. I love it. I love it so much. So in our storage bunker, let's plan to have the entrance one block out. And I want to have a really cool door for this storage bunker. And this thing, the reinforced door, just looks really mega, doesn't it? I mean, that looks really secure, and it feels really secure, which is great. It's not really very secure though. It's not, yeah, I mean, you can just right click it. But I think if I put this guy, see if I put it like that maybe. Yeah, that is pretty cool. And then I want a rather large area, and I'm gonna start by going out by one and do that. So as you step inside, the room sort of expands, and I want this room to look, or to be absolutely massive. I think this is a pretty good size to start this off with. I may want to raise the ceiling a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. But the problem is, at the moment, I'm not entirely sure about the design of this place. Now, I've been mining up a bunch of sandstone here because I want to try and make some brownstone. Brownstone is actually one of my favorite modded blocks that I used a lot back in the days when I played my very first big modded series here on YouTube called Survival Stories. And you craft it with clay and some sandstone. And, oh, that only gave us 4 stacks. I definitely need more clay. I thought I'd get more of this. Anyway, this block, yeah, this has that very bunker feel to it. And I like that. Now, the cool thing with the brownstone is that if I grab my chisel, I can change the texture of this thing, and I can change it into some pretty cool things. This thing is a really neat looking bottom block, and then you have this on top, and it kind of connects in a nice way. I like that. We can also get the fully brown stuff, the weathered bricks, or weathered brownstone. So then we could do something like this, and then add this on top, and then have this. And that gives a really, really cool look. I mean, this looks pretty mega as pillars though. Have pillars in every corner. Another big favorite of mine in modded when it comes to blocks is the factory block. These are super cheap. You get a lot of blocks for just some iron and smooth stone, and they look, well, they look really, really cool, don't they? I think they look amazing. You can also chisel these. We can get these things. And another favorite is the caution tape. If you've seen me play modded at any point, you've probably seen me use this. I mean, it's just such a good block. I really wish we had something like this in vanilla, like metallic, rustic. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. And with these slants, aka the cursed Minecraft block, we can make this look really, really mega very, very quickly. So that goes there, and look at that. I mean, that looks pretty epic. I really, really like that. I feel like I want to make this room bigger. I feel like I want to make it longer. So maybe it starts with this, and we have these sort of foundational things coming down on this side, but then it continues this way and is a sort of a longer room. And then we can have our storage modules on the walls built into some sort of cool frame. Yeah, I think I want to go longer with it. Now that is looking a lot more mega. I love this so far. It's looking really cool. Now obviously there's a lot of garbage still. I hate the fact that there's so much different stone generation and dirt and limestone and all of this garbage, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I was thinking that these spaces here, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, should be dedicated for our drawers, for our deep storage, and I've wanted to sort of look like they're blasted into the side of this cave or whatever, to the stone. Something like that. But this here would not be a man-made straight frame, but something that sort of overlaps the drawers a little bit. And then maybe we'll try here in the floor to use the very, very, very gorgeous torsion block. I mean, that is a good start. That is a good start, but I'm having a hard time picturing this without actually clearing up the wall. But what I'm thinking is we'll break this thing up so that it has like a little bit of half slabs, a little bit of stuff coming up like that. One thing that we are going to need is the drawers. We're going to need a lot of drawers. So in total, if I just count this out, this is 9 times 6. So that's 54 drawers per wall. 216. I need 216 drawers, and that's also the amount of space that we are going to have. So let's head back to my starter base once again and craft up some of the stuff that we're going to need. Now the default storage drawers are all made out of wood, and you can get them in oak and spruce, etc, etc. But there is a cool feature called the frame drawer. So these are the ones that we're going to craft up. I've crafted up a bunch of chests, and well, we need a lot more sticks, don't we? And with these frame drawers, we can take them into a framing table, put them in here, and then we can design them ourselves. So we don't necessarily need to go with a wood tone. Now, I want these to look, these are the drawers that I use here. I really like this design, but I want these to look sort of metallic, and I'm not entirely sure what I would go for. I don't want it to look rustic, I don't think. I want it to look like silverish. Now you can actually chisel iron blocks, and these are usually, yeah, they look very, very metallic. I don't have enough iron to do this though, because it's just used for decoration. But just as an example, if I would put this here, that looks pretty cool already. And then we'd have to have something whiter in the middle, maybe marble can go in the center. Yeah, that's sort of the style I'm looking for. But to spend that much iron just for this frame, because the only thing visible is going to be what I'm seeing right now, that's probably going to be pretty wasteful. We need to find something different. Turium blocks may be a good choice here. These are from the chisel mod, and we can chisel them into these things, which I've used in the past. I don't know if this is going to look too futuristic though. I mean, that does certainly look metallic. That certainly looks metallic. I think it's too shiny. Too shiny to be like blown out and put into the wall. Yeah, I don't think I like that. I don't think I like that. 3 hours I spent on this thing, but this is what I've come up with. And I gotta say, that is looking super cool. Oh my goodness, I love it. I mean, it's much darker than I originally pictured, but it is very cool. Well, I definitely do need to have some sort of lighting here. I'm not going to use torches though, but I spent some time on mixing up the wall, the drawers first of all. This is arcane stone. So what I did here was I have the cobblestone indented, which is basically cobblestone chiseled into this block over here. And then in the center, I'm using arcane stone, which is made using Funcraft crystals and smooth stone. So it's actually a pretty cheap thing. You find these Funcraft crystals around the world. And yeah, that looks really good. That's these here. And then these are gray concrete powder. Again, gray concrete powder is just one of the best blocks in Minecraft. That's just how it is. And then mixing up the wall with some chiseled cobblestones, on smooth stone, gravel, and some andesite. Yes, andesite. People always say that I say it wrong. They call it andesite. It's andesite. Now, as far as lighting this thing up, I have no idea what to do, but I do want to test a little bit of a concept. These lights, they are just too yellow. They're just too yellow, aren't they? We'll figure out the lighting a little bit later, because I do want to get a bit technical with this, and I do want to make sure that we can link this up. So, one very good thing with the storage drawers is that you can connect all of them to one input. Basically, I can hopper items in to one input, and it then sorts it out depending on where the items are in the storage drawer. So I've crafted up a drawer controller, which is what I need for this. And the important thing here, it's very dark back here, but the important thing is that all of these are connected. So if I put this guy down there, for example, and now if I go ahead and use my lock key on it, like so, if all of these have a padlock now, they're all connected, and it looks like they are. Yes, I think they are. So I think this first module here is going to be dedicated to all the block types, all the different things that we get from mining. So we got our gravel. We may just as well put in all of the things that we get with mining. So limestone can go up there because I don't like the look of it. Smooth stone. Marble is a tricky one because you find different types of marble in the world, but I think this one definitely seems to be the most common one, doesn't it? Okay, so I got dirt, granite, and netherrack in this thing as well now. And this is slate, which I'm also going to put in. This is a block that you find in the world from quark, which I don't know what I think about, honestly. I think if you make like an ice build, this could be a really, really cool block. But because we find it in caves and stuff, I'm going to put it in here. And sand definitely needs to get in here, so that can go there. We got basalt, which is another very good looking block actually. I think this one can be chiseled. Yeah, this one can be chiseled into different things. I hope that this is the most common type you find, so we're gonna use that, and I can go right there. Yeah, that's looking pretty good for the selection of blocks that you get the most of so far. No, I'm not going to put diorite in. We'll deal with diorite in a different way later. Now, with the drawers set up in the new base, I think it's time to start moving the stuff over. And I've been thinking a lot about how I want to do this, because there are so many items, and I'm sure like this, for example, a shears, I don't really want to keep, because remember, we don't really have that much data storage space. We don't really have that much, and we don't have the resources to really expand on this either. So I think I'm going to go ahead and create crate keepers. Wow, that was hard to say. These things here, storage crate keepers, yeah, they're pretty simple to craft. It's just black quartz, which you find in the world, iron and wood. Now with these, we'll be able to move these like shulker boxes, and then I can move all of these crates over and then sort it out in the new storage bunker. So what you do with these is you put these inside the crate, and that gives you a one-time use to break the crate without the inventory flying out everywhere. I got a storage crate keeper, I can't say that word, crate keeper, in all of these now, and I should be safe to break them. Now I wonder, with drawers, usually if you break them, the inventory pop out unless you seal them, but I think, yeah, look at that. Hold on, is that, no, there's nothing in there. Okay, so if where did my gravel go? I think that voided all of my gravel. Yeah, that voids the gravel. Okay, that's some kind of bug. So what we need to pack these down, because there's no way I'm going to transport 31,000 cobblestone, is packaging tape. And with the packing tape, I think you just do this. And hopefully this doesn't void the items. I should probably... Oh, they last quite a bit. I made loads of them. I should probably test this on one of these doors first. Something I don't care about. I know the netherrack was in here. So if I break you and place you down... Yeah, that retains the stuff inside. There is so many items in this shulker box right now. All of my crates with a lot of items in them and all of the frame drawers. I mean, if I would lose this shulker box, I would basically lose every single item I have. That is quite scary. Packaging items down in multiple layers. So back in the new base, I hope everything has worked. I really feel like it's moving day. I'm moving my crates over, moving my boxes. Yeah, it feels a lot like moving day, but this is going to help me a lot to just fill in the new system. Hopefully these worked, because they do stack weirdly. Yep, that does seem to have worked. Okay, thank goodness for that. Oh, that one was empty. Everything is still here. Thank goodness, everything is still here. Whew, okay. That's great. So I can immediately move, say, cobblestone. I should be able to move over there. Now, the thing is, these doors, if you shift right click, you can access upgrades. And the cobblestone one has a lot of upgrades. I'm going to steal the emerald upgrade and the void upgrade. And then I want to install that here. The void upgrade makes it so that when this door is full, it still accepts cobblestone, but it trashes or voids the excessive cobblestone, which is actually really good. Now these have the quantity specified on them, and I wonder if I want that. See how it looks. Quantify key on that thing. Yeah, we may want the numbers. I mean, they only render when you're really close anyway. Oh, that's cool how they fade away. See that? That's neat. I didn't know that. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break 31,000 cobblestone. It's gonna pop out in the world, and then I'm gonna try and add it there. This may crash the world. Oh no, it voids it, doesn't it? Oh, for goodness sake. I should have known that. I just tested that. I'm an idiot. I just lost 31,000 cobblestone. I'll be the first to admit that that was pretty stupid. That was pretty stupid. And I feel a little bit ashamed, specifically since we tested it in the old base. But at the end of the day, it's just cobblestone. We can get more of that. Anyway, I have been busy. I have also done one more of these walls. And I gotta say, I mean, this is looking pretty cool, isn't it? This one is going to be for all of our richities. So this is going to be for all of our ingots, diamonds, and all of that stuff. But now, I think we're at a point where we can actually move the AE system over. So we can move the data disks and then start emptying all of these things into the data disks. So back at the starter base, I can pick up all of this stuff, and every single thing that's in the system should just be... It's essentially just on this data disk. So if I take this out, we got nothing. This is so... It's so powerful. It's basically a chest that has 1024 size and 63 different slot types. Now this is probably something I'm gonna have to redo quite a few times, but I have pulled a power cable from my power source, which is sitting underneath the elevator. This thing here, which is a wireless power cube connected to 3 windmills out in the overground, or on the overground. I'm not producing that much power, but so far it's been sufficient, and hopefully it can power this system as well. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have our energy acceptor there, and then our controller can go there. And this should be, we shouldn't really be overcomplicating this at this point in time, to be honest. But actually, I should do this a little bit different. I kind of want my controller there. So then, oh, that connects directly. I don't need the energy acceptor. Okay. Yeah, because if I have the controller there, I can pull cables from the side out to these doors, which is what I need to do. That looks so stupid. Now, the good thing with a digital storage is that it's super simple to move all your items once you have them on these digital disks. So I'm just going to put this here for now while emptying all of this. And that should give me access to everything. Now, I got to find my ME cables. Found them. 21 is all that I have. I don't think that's going to be enough, because what I have to do in order to get access to these and these items is I have to connect up the drawer controller to a storage bus. Now, storage bus will read any inventory, and remember that this thing is connected to all of these drawers here. So when I connect this up and then connect that with a cable, I can read from all of the drawers into my system. Now, it turns out I'm completely out of glass, which I need to make more quartz fiber, which I need to make more cables. So I had to come right back here and smelt up some glass. I can't wait to have all of this stuff moved. It's gonna be so it's gonna be so nice. And that, did that connect it up? Why did that run out of power there? Oh, it did connect it up. I see the stuff. I see the dirt. Yes, there we go. Check that out, so we can see the sand that's over there. That is really cool. Now, one more very important thing we have to do here for this to function properly is to set the priority. So on our storage bus for the storage drawers, we're going to set the priority to higher than anything else. So let's put it at 20. That means that anything is going to first of all try and go into this storage grid here. Now, of course, it can only go in here if I have something here already. So for example, diorite. Yeah, but diorite is not welcome. Diorite does not go in here. I got to do the same on this thing. And so to verify that that works, let's take out all of our andesite. 19 andesite. So now we have 0 in the system. And if I search for andesite in here, there is 0. And then I put my 19 in. They should now have landed over here. Yes. And that is how we're going to save a lot of space from our storage disk. So granted that I have everything I want on drawers of the items I have at the moment, I should now be able to just do this. Just empty all of my stuff into this... into the storage system. This is one of the most satisfying things you can do in any modded Minecraft world or in any Minecraft world is to get organization. Now, I do have a lot of items. And I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have enough. Oh my goodness, we've already filled 2 discs. Yep, we've already filled 2 discs with the different types. It's a little bit embarrassing, but I only managed to empty 3 crates before I filled up my system, and then I started cleaning out things that don't stack and things that I don't want to have in my system, like food. And now I'm sort of sitting here and going through items one by one, and this is taking a very, very long time. And I'm getting to the point where even though I'm not storing any non-stackable items, it's getting pretty full. We got 50 of 63, 62 of 63, 61, 62. Yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad. It is extremely fun though to try and make an efficient storage system using applied energistics at this point in time, specifically when the crafting recipe to make one of these 4Ks requires 2 magic ore dust blocks, and engineering, and a 1K, which is 4 magic ore dust. And magic ore dust I can only get from sub fights during live streams. And there we go. I can't put more items in. That's it. That's completely full. I don't have a mob farm at the moment, but I think the next wall, let's see, like rotten flesh, yeah, that's taken up quite a bit. Arrows, bones. The next wall of storage drawers that I do over here should definitely be mob drops, and that will also help me to then be able to make a functioning mob farm. Anyway, another thing I've done here, as you may see, is that I've cleaned up all the different types of stone blocks and filled it in with smooth stone for now. It just looks so much better, doesn't it? It looks a lot better. I'm still not entirely sure what I want to do with lighting in here, but these lamps, I think look super cool, specifically for bunkers. And maybe if we find the center, yeah, just to have the symmetry. And because we're playing modded, I actually have a mega torch in my base, which blocks mob spawns in a 64 radius of blocks. It's kind of like a beacon blocking mob spawns. Totally want that in vanilla, by the way. And that allows me to have dark spots like this, just to make it look a little bit cooler. Now, I will admit, this is probably a little bit too dark, and we probably should have some sort of light source there. But these lights look pretty good for lighting up the blown out storage walls. I love this. I like this a lot, and I'm not gonna keep it in. I mean, I'm just super excited to be back at building with modded Minecraft and making technical solutions in modded Minecraft. It's just so much fun. It's so much fun. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today. We've moved all of our storage over here. I'm gonna have to fight a lot more subs over my next Funcraft stream so that I can make more storage disks so that we can expand upon this. But next time I think we'll take a break from the storage room, and I think we're probably gonna work on that fuel so that we can actually be driving our cars or cars in the future, because I am really excited to try and do like a city sort of thing where I can drive out to the city, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's so many things that I want to do in Funcraft. But anyway, like I said, that's gonna do for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, do hit the like button, and if you're brand new, consider subscribing, and I'll see you dudes in the next episode.